serve Ajara puppets and rejoice.
In the earliest days of Azeroth, 16,000 years before present time, life bloomed across the primordial continent of Kalimdor, the land of eternal starlight. The first of the sentient creatures to emerge from the wilderness and claim dominion over the world were the Trolls. These savage hunter-gatherers adapted skillfully to the lands, formed tribes, and developed unique cultures and practices. They warred amongst themselves, worshipped the ancient wild gods, and spread in all directions, building vibrant homes and temple cities. While they clashed with each other over land and power, one tribe lived independent of the warfare. The elusive dark trolls separated themselves from their kin, building their homes in burrows and shunning the sunlight, living a half-subterranean, nocturnal existence. They desired only peace, a harmonious life in communion with the natural world. In search of a new place to dwell, they migrated inland, following mystical creatures, fey dragons, chimeras, and dryads, until they reached the very heart of the world, where they discovered a vast, magical lake. This lake was the prime source of magic on Azeroth, an old wound from which the blood of the world had risen and given life to the forests and jungles. The tribe settled by the mystical font, and over time its power-infused waters transformed their bodies, elevating their forms to match their graceful spirits, evolving them into the first elves. They studied the ancient tablets and artifacts left by the lake, and adopted a new language. They called the lake the Well of Eternity, and themselves the Kaldorei, children of the stars. This highly intelligent and virtually immortal race built a new civilization by the shores of the font. The wise and benevolent night elves flourished, eclipsing the troll empire. Though their numbers grew, they lived as their ancestors desired, in harmony and balance with the great forests and the creatures and spirits of the earth, within sprawling habitations built into the earth itself. Remaining nocturnal beings, they worshipped the moon as a goddess, whom they believed rested within the well in daylight hours. They called her Elune, and dedicated their capital city to her, Elundris, the Eye of Elune. They were beloved of the wild god Cenarius, who saw in them the potential to be great caretakers of nature. The civilization expanded, and old Kalimdor glittered shore to shore with their towns and temples. Over the next few millennia, the elves shifted their focus away from nature and began to study the well with an eager curiosity. They became learned sorcerers, unlocking arcane secrets and reveling in their new power. This driving force to harness more magical understanding brought unprecedented growth to the civilization. It was during this era that the Night Elves' most prolific leader came to power. At the height of the Kaldorei Empire, the elves were ruled by an exquisite silver-haired queen with golden eyes. She whose name was heard in song each day, Queen Ashara, Light of Lights, Glory of the Night Elves, her they called daughter of their beloved moon goddess. An eminently beautiful, charismatic, and strong-willed leader, wise beyond her years. No cat walked as silently as Ashara, with silent grace in every step, and none walked with more confidence. She embodied the highest ideals of the Kaldorei, and all her people worshipped and adored her, every one of them utterly devoted. Like the goddess, she slept through the day, only appearing at night, where cheers accompanied even her briefest appearances. Sleek and exquisite of form, with half-veiled eyes and full lips, her beauty was as perfect as any singer could claim. When she breathed, she made the crowds breathless. When she touched the cheek of a favored warrior, he would willingly give her his life. Her very presence was overwhelmingly hypnotic, and yet she seemed innocent of the strength of her allure. So beloved had the queen been when she made her ascension to the throne. that the people had insisted on renaming the capital in her honor, shifting the dedication from the goddess to the queen. So it became Zinashari, glory of Ashara. As well as being the most beautiful of all the elves, she was also the most powerful of all the magic wielders. As an indication of the power she wielded, she shined with a silver brilliance, a radiance that some took as a sign of divinity. Queen Ashara, using magic that melded both stone and forest into a single form, built a magnificent, bejeweled palace by the well's edge. Under her rule, the Kaldrai civilization blossomed into a luminescent empire, a dreamscape of gilded spires and marvels unimaginable, radiating with the silver light of Elune. The empire grew vast, superseding all other territories, and Ashara's influence eclipsed even the wildest dreams of night elf rulers before her. And then Ashara, with her magi, brought destruction upon the world. Kalimdor was broken in two, and the impact of the event left a great scar in the center of the map, the ever-churning maelstrom. What had happened, and why?